Okay.
And no one told me that the only avenue that persistence doesn't always apply is in romance. Nobody told me that.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
Right?
oh wait, no. This I feel like this one. This one nobody need to tell you lah. You experience things already. You should
Kevin,
know.
I
say
didn't
it
experience
again
this.
louder.
Oh, that's true.
Hello, I just told you I never dated for 10 years.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fireside Chats, the podcast where we take you through Singaporeans' experiences with saving, investing, and money. I'm Tina.
And I'm Sally. As per usual, a disclaimer before we start. The stories and discussions shared in this podcast are based on personal experiences and individual journeys. They are intended for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. So Tina, actually today is a really exciting day. Today we have our very first guest.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know I was the first guest.
Yes, you're the
Yes, you
first guest.
are.
And if you're anything like me, okay, you've definitely seen him on TikTok or on YouTube before, with over 45,000 followers and 850,000 likes on TikTok. Plus, he's given away over $100,000 to strangers and people in need. Please welcome Kevin, also known as Radical Kindness.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much
Look
for
at
being
this.
here.
Look at this huge set. My goodness. I was on Wiki Bee as well.
Yeah, so you're our senior.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
I'm still in school.
I stalked
Still in
his
school.
LinkedIn before. He
Yeah.
graduated in 2019.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not say that.
Ooh. Kevin, I
They
just
told-
want to say I really love your hat.
Yeah,
Okay.
they told me to wear a hat today. This is the only hat that I have.
It's a really nice hat.
I think it suits you very well. And like, I think this is great right? Because, many of us may know you from TikTok, where you give money to strangers. You also talk a lot about mental health challenges. And it's not a small amount that you're giving back. Right? It's like
Thousands of dollars.
Dollars,
And
yeah.
you give to strangers, you give to friends, followers, and infamously, you've even given $10,000 to
It's
speed.
It's for charity, okay?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that controversy later. It's fun.
Yeah, but I think
Okay.
what's like equally striking is actually your openness about mental health,
Yeah.
personal struggles, and the philosophy behind your giving. Yeah.
Yeah, and today we kind of want to pull back the curtain and explore your relationship with money. So, how you've been able to accumulate so much wealth and give so much at such a young age. You're 29, right? If I'm not wrong.
Thank you.
Yes. In his 20s, he's able to give so much. And how your mental health journey has intersected with your money. Yes. So let's start with the very, very beginning. What was your upbringing like? And what role did money play in your life growing
Yeah.
up?
Money to me was subconsciously seen as evil. I grew up a very staunch Christian, and even though the Bible does not explicitly state that money is bad, right? It's not money that is the root of all evil. It's the love of money that is the root of all evil.
Okay.
That's always in scripture. But sometimes when sermons, subtly preachers would talk about the ills of money, and then they would say that, it's not really good to be super wealthy and everything. Not that they say it directly, it's just subtly picked up.
Yeah.
So then subtly I have this belief that, oh no, rich people are evil.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
so greedy. So that was my first kind of taste with money, I would say. My parents are middle class. We stay in a condo. Both of them are public servants. They're teachers. They're very stable. They've never gone with heavy investments. So they're not super wealthy. They're not really financially literate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they never really put their money into ETFs or compounded it. It was very basic investments that they did. Just putting it in insurance plans,
Right.
Yes.
into investment linked plans. So it's very minuscule returns. Yeah, but because they were very people that saved a lot, people that didn't anyhow spend their money, that's why we could get by.
Frugal.
Oh, very frugal.
Frugal, yeah.
Understand.
What was frugal? Sorry.
So, was there like any specific happenings in your life, like early life struggles or privileges that shaped your view of money?
Yeah.
It was when I was 14 years old. I went to a mission trip, I remember, in Cambodia. And I went to this village to give bread to kids.
Oh.
So the bread is like hard bread with like a bit of condensed milk.
Okay.
And I'll never forget the look on their faces. They looked at me with so much gratitude. Like it is gold to them.
Yeah.
Like this is essentially like a feast to them.
Yes.
And in that moment, I realized how grateful, how blessed I was. I got ashamed at complaining about my mom's bread for me in the morning. And I told myself, I think I made a pact with God that day, that if I become rich,
Yeah.
I'll give it everything away.
Oh.
I think that perhaps was the first kind of thing that I remembered, and I've tried to keep my promise even today.
Wow. So at 14, at such a young age, you already knew what kind of lifestyle you wanted to lead and also how you want to give back to community.
Yeah.
Actually, we're very curious, how do you become an entrepreneur and a speaker? And, could you walk us through, how do you build your business? And then what were some of the financial setbacks that happened?
Wow. So I think when I first started Rebound, I was really speaking for very long because I messed up my A-levels. I wanted to go back to schools to teach kids.
Yeah.
So when I went there, I remember one of the first few times I went in, the kids were so noisy. They were like so noisy and rowdy. Then there were pens flying across the classroom.
Yeah.
I looked at it, I'm like, I looked at it. Most people get like, this is not for me.
Yes.
I loved it.
Oh,
I felt at home.
Oh.
I felt at home. I was like, wow, these people are, if I can direct that energy into somewhere good, it's fantastic. I'd rather they have energy than they be dead.
That
So
is true.
I loved it. Until today, I love it. So that was my first love in a way. I started freelancing. A small lesson for you if you want to make money. You cannot make money. You can only take money. Because government prints money. You can only take it.
Yes.
Right? You can only take money. But how do you take money is you need to understand how money flows. Right? Somebody produced this. Somebody produces Connect Four set. Money flows in every shape and form, like a water cycle. You just need to observe where it flows. Put your hand where in a small stream you get wet. Even if it's a small, tiny stream in a billion-dollar industry, you're still multi-millionaire. I got passion for speaking. So my final year project, I decided I would do a campaign, Rebound with Resilience, to go to secondary schools to teach resilience to youth.
Yes.
So I designed a full program, got my guys to do the saikang. Not saikang, do my 3 other project leads to do the marketing and photos, everything.
As the boss, you get to do that.
And then when I graduated, I turned into a business.
Yeah.
So that's where I got my first big paycheck, I would say. Right? Because schools are now paying me for level programs.
Yes.
Couple thousand. So after I got that, I remember within less than a year, I think, how long ago? I think within 1 year, I think I made about 30-40 a month.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I remember that time I made 30-40 in January 2022. That was my first very big paycheck. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Success is a horrible teacher. It seduces you into very impulsiveness, into greed, and that's what happened to me. During that time, cryptos were the thing. Was blowing up at the time.
Wait, what year was this?
2022.
Okay.
Yeah, so crypto just boomed.
Yeah.
Okay, NFTs just booming.
Yeah.
So I took information from people that I believe at that point of time knew what they were doing. Right? But at that point of time, everybody knew what I was doing because it is a bull run.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody is a broken clock is right twice a day, and that brokenness was when there was a bull run. So I invested a huge sum of money into that, and the thing about this is that back then NFTs, right, they had Discord channels and everything,
Yes.
and people were just hyping it up.
Yeah.
And this is a minor lesson because money will flow where hype exists. Okay, this is the biggest reason why people get scammed and they get their money siphoned away. So the hype was crazy because you go into the Discord channel, everybody's like, oh, gonna moon, and then they start giving advice that looks decent. Because when it's read through, it's pretty looks like have integrity, you know.
And the Reddit channels were also growing, booming, right?
Correct. And then people like Gary Vee were established people were shilling it. You know? And at that point of time he genuinely believed it.
Yeah.
Because you give benefit of the doubt, at that point of time he genuinely believed it.
Yes.
Because he to him is like a Rolex watch, right?
Yeah.
It's a store of value. So if I put an NFT there, it is technically a store of value. People look at it as a social signaler.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and also an access to communities and events to network. So I thought of it that way, and because I'm a very egotistic person, okay, I'm very ego is not the right word. I like to be influential. So I remember I bought these 2 NFTs. I can't remember exactly. Azula, I can't remember what it was, but they were like 2 hot girls.
Okay.
Then I was like, wow, that's my type. So I just bought it. You know how much it costs?
No, can we guess?
Yeah.
Safe bet, is it? Because you're earning 30k, right? So 30k?
Okay.
No lah,
okay,
30k too high
Too
lah.
high. Okay.
I think you buy. Imagine it's a picture leh.
It's a picture.
I wouldn't spend more than like $10 for a picture. Like print, right?
It's not a picture at the time.
Okay, sorry.
It's a signal of value.
$2,000.
$2,000 is safe. Yeah.
I think it was 10,000.
Huh?
Yeah, 10,000. It was a girl wearing a green kimono robe, and she had an axe behind.
Wait, sorry, I just want to say, because listening
You can overlay. I still have it.
Yeah.
You can overlay.
Yes, we
and then
will.
there's another one that I spent like 3 to 4, 5K on it.
Wow.
Why?
I think it's called Killer Girlfriend. I think the name of the NFT is called Killer
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
I feel like the name itself should have been a red flag already.
Yes.
Like, don't buy.
Killer
But then
girlfriend.
he
Kill
go
your
ahead and
money.
buy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, listening to this in hindsight is crazy, right? Because back then, we all know about this speculative currency thing.
Yep, the
the
NFTs and
monkey with the
stuff.
banana was selling very well, and
Yeah,
everybody
still
was. Yeah, we all think that NFT is going to bring us all the money,
Yeah.
but now that it has completely crashed, and I'm hearing this again, it's like, oh,
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
zero value now. It's absolutely zero value, guys. I spent total of like 30, 40K on NFTs. I think now it's worth maximum 1.2K.
oh my god.
And it's only from one called X Copy. So I had this thing called X Copy, it's original NFT artist. So that one still has some value.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But other than that, the rest of them is like zero.
Damn.
Wow.
So, like, in total, did you just lose your money in NFTs or were there other things?
No,
you
I lost
your
in
money
Tesla as well.
Oh,
So the thing is that
Tesla.
Tesla was also booming at the time.
Yes,
So
yes.
I spent money on leap options. So for people who don't know, leap options are long-term options, more than a year.
Mm.
So you buy them and then you believe that within a year Tesla will go up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't want to get into technicalities of options, you can overlay it. But essentially it's a contract, but not obligation. The right but not obligation to buy or sell something. It's like technically making a bet with the market.
Oh.
With other people.
Ooh, it's like gambling.
Yeah. lor.
It is gambling. So you're technically making a bet whether the thing would go up or down
Uh-huh.
by a certain time period.
Mm.
And you have certain, it's very complicated. You have certain measures to measure like the time decay and everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I looked at the leap option and I thought, okay, this is my best long-term thing to
Mm.
put for my risk appetite.
Mm.
Because I like something a bit more risky and I believe in Tesla at that time.
Mm.
So I invested, I think 100K. Yeah, one leap option was 50K.
My God.
So I
100K.
had two leap options in Tesla. Now, these two Tesla leap options are when Tesla mooned to like 1K or something,
Uh-huh.
I remember I made 30, 40K.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so in like paper, I was up 30, 40K.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was very emboldened.
Yeah.
But then after that, it just plummeted.
Oh no.
How much
Yeah.
time did it take to leap to 30K?
2-3 months.
Oh, okay, that's really fast. Then how much time did it take to go all
7-8
that?
months.
Wow.
And it went to near zero.
Wow.
Yeah. And the worst thing is that at that point in time, I was still trying to save it. It was a sunk cost fallacy.
Oh yes.
So I was still trying to
yeah.
save it by, wow, this is damn stupid. And here, there's so many lessons here. But at the point in time, right, I thought I could manage my emotions
Mm.
with regards to money and
Yes,
the
yes.
market. No, I was painfully wrong because I couldn't. And the thing is that my anxiety levels went up and down with the
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it, right? But over the next couple of months, right, my mental health deteriorated to the point where in July, relapse for a year. So the relapse was horrible. Relapse, you can go on to can buy my book. Okay, I'll show my book now. I wrote a book, From Insanity to Radical Kindness, my autobiography plus self-help book. Okay, there's also financial principles inside.
Mm.
Okay, you can find it on my channel and my website.
Yeah.
But the point is that that led to a very, very dark period that almost lost my life.
Mm.
And you underestimate the influence that money has on you.
Yes.
Because the market went up and down and I was chasing a loss. So I did a call, but then I sold it and then I bought put options.
Wait, so how much money did you lose at this point already? July
Yeah.
2022.
Basically, in 7 months, I lost 200K.
Wow.
Yeah.
200K.
And is that like most of the profits that you have earned, or is it like it's just small chunk of your savings?
It was almost the entire thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I lost almost everything.
Then, did you? What were your hopes actually from
Mm.
investing? Like, how much do you expect to make in?
I wanted to be a millionaire by 27.
Wow.
I wanted to be a millionaire by 28. I had this arbitrary goal that I wrote down in my dream book.
Mm.
And unfortunately, when you don't have a clear plan,
Mm.
you don't have realistic, structured plans to get
Mm.
there,
Mhm.
Yep.
you start to take big bets like that
Yes.
on stupid, arbitrary numbers that mean
Yes.
nothing, honestly.
Mm.
And then you lose everything.
Mm.
Mm. Then, what was that loss like for you? What came to mind immediately when you realized, like, I've lost 200K?
Revenge. So what came back was that, with all my struggles, right, I've
Yeah.
always directed my pain into power.
Ooh.
Okay.
Always. So at that point of time, I sat down, I said, you know what? I'm going to make it back.
Mm.
And I'm going to make it back fast. I read books on money. I surrounded myself entirely on money. My entire subconscious was money.
Mm.
And for a period of time, I did make more.
No.
I did make more
Mm.
because I looked at education and I said, I use the water cycle analogy.
Okay.
Where does money flow in the education sector? Okay, tuition centers,
Mhm.
private schools, and I started to put myself and get people to put myself in avenues where I could snatch some of this money.
Mm.
So I started to make a bit of money. Now,
Right.
the problem is that I got into business with somebody, okay, a former business partner of mine. We had kind of a thing together. We kind of liked each other, never official. But after she lost feelings for me, I've always kind of retained a hope. I think it's out of a void, out of ego as well, that I would kind of like become close to her again. So I used that as an opportunity to try and get close to her. I said, let's go into business together. You do some programs, and then I do a bit of marketing, and then we combine and we do it together.
Okay.
Now the problem is, halfway in the first meeting, she told me that she went overseas and she got attached with one person. Yeah. So at that point in time, I remember, right, already my emotions were so horrible.
Yes.
When that happened, that was the trigger. That was the trigger, because I wanted to make money still. I wanted to kind of like get back her, get her to her.
Yeah.
So all these mixed emotions, and I try and separate business and emotions, right, led to this period where I had sensations. So one day I sat in my room, I felt my feet on the ground. I felt the sensation of my feet on the ground.
Okay.
And then it just continued to snowball to the point where I felt sensations everywhere.
It's
so
like you're heightened
alert.
alert.
So my body was very heightened. And when this happened, I was very confused.
Yeah.
I was very, very confused. And the worst thing is that I could not, the anxiety was high. I could not work. And now my entire esteem crumbled.
Oh.
Yeah.
And crumbled because my entire identity is built on being an entrepreneur,
Yes.
being a leader, being a competent individual, being a man. And all of a sudden, I lose all these things.
Yeah.
Yes, because of the money that you have lost, right? Which was a symbol of your success, your achievements.
And not just that, now I lose my ability to make it back.
Oh, yeah.
Which is even worse. Even worse, because I lose my money, it's fine. But I don't lose my ability. Doesn't matter.
So
but now I lose my ability to make it back. The anxiety is not normal anxiety. It's the kind that rips through your entire body. You cannot function.
Yeah.
You cannot. You literally feel like tearing yourself apart. You feel like taking a knife and stabbing yourself.
Oh no. How long did you feel this way?
A year.
Wow.
Every day was suicidal thoughts.
Oh my gosh.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Then how did you get out of this state?
Yes, yeah.
I was honestly lucky. I think God blessed me. I believe in a higher power. I'm not as religious anymore, but I think that my time on earth is not done. I think that's why I give back so much. And people think I'm radical, people think I'm crazy, people think I'm a psycho with hidden agenda, which is fine because I don't expect them to know my past.
Yeah.
But if anybody does a little bit of research into my past and understand the horrors that I've gone through, they will know that this is the most normal thing to do.
Yeah.
They will know that this comes out of gratitude. And it's the most normal thing to do. Imagine, right, someone saved your life.
Yeah.
Would you be indebted to that person?
Yes, of course.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. So why would I not keep my promise to what I believe saved my life? And to me it's like, yes, there are people that helped along the way. My parents obviously was there throughout the entire time. There was a couple that runs a mental health organization that held space for me and told me, Kevin, this is temporary. It's a nerve issue. You can get out of it. Maybe it's a placebo, I don't know, but it worked because I believed at that point that, hey, maybe it's possible. And then that belief slowly snowballed. I went to do some work, and then as quickly as I got into it, I got out of it.
Oh.
Took me 2 to 3 weeks to a month, and then suddenly the sensations were gone.
Oh, I know this because I've heard your story about this. So is that how you started Radical Kindness actually? It's because you were in this phase where you you needed to work, right? You needed to have a breakthrough. Then that's when you went into social media. Is that true?
Similar. So what happened was I came out of it first. Okay, I came out of it first, and now you're opening up another wound, which I'll talk to you about. So it came out of it, right, in maybe August or something. Yeah, August last year. And then I was better already. Then I met this girl. Yeah.
Different girl?
Which one are you talking about? Oh, different girl. So I met this girl, and you must understand I have not dated for a decade. Right? So I have a void. Plus I was lonely for the entire period of that year, right? So I met this girl and we hit it off very well. We talked for hours overnight. 2 to 5 like that. And we knew that we had feelings for each other. So I met her up. I said, hey, I think I like you. No, I didn't say I think. I said I like you. I would like to take you on everything. So and my obviously I'm quite, the way I prepare things and the way I'm quite attentive with detail.
Yes.
So she was touched by it, but she just came out of a long relationship, probably 6, 7, 8 years.
Oh no.
So she said that she was emotionally unavailable, which in hindsight is a universal red flag, right?
Yes.
But I took it as a challenge.
No, oh my gosh. Kevin just loves challenges and red flags.
Yeah, and the thing is that, the thing is that I have no experience in love. I'm a very competent individual in business.
Okay.
Yes.
And no one told me that the only ever knew that persistence doesn't always apply in romance. Nobody told me that.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
Right?
oh wait, no. This I feel like this one. Hey, this one nobody need to tell you lah. You experience things already. You should
Kevin,
know.
I
say
didn't experience
again
this.
louder.
Oh, that's true.
Hello, I just told you I never dated for 10 years. So I
Okay
never
lah, I thought it was
experienced
a
this.
common sense kind of
And
thing.
to me, it's like I've always went against the odds, you know.
Yes,
So
that's
why
true.
should I listen to countercultural? I should be like, no.
Because maybe
Guys,
maybe
For all the fin bros out there, right? Investments is not like love, okay? You cannot take the lessons you have there to put it into love, okay?
Yeah, true,
yeah,
true.
yeah, different
Okay.
things.
To the last extent.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, sorry, back to you. Yeah.
It's like you cannot be friends with people opposite gender that you have feelings for unless you want to be
Yes.
destroyed.
Yes,
You
yes.
can you can try, right? And then get your resources, time, money extracted and get destroyed when you get together with somebody else. If you want to do that, then be my guest. And if you want to take the 5% chance that you can turn that friendship into a relationship, then go for it.
I don't think we should take it as a 5%, lah. Maybe like a 0.5%.
Nah. It's a bit higher than that. I think it's 3.14 at most. 3.14159.
High.
Yeah.
Hi.
5%.
Math
Okay.
expert, okay.
Wait. So she inspired radical kindness. Is
Okay,
it?
I'll
Yeah.
talk about it. So
Okay.
basically, we went out and everything, and I surprised her overseas because you see, I said, see, this is the funny thing. I said,
sweet lah.
No, she already said she emotionally unavailable.
yeah, no,
She
no,
said
no,
she
no.
unavailable, then
the
she'll
thing
go
is
and
that
find
we
her.
always know because we had so much to talk about. So
Okay.
every time I said we need to talk about something, she will pin the chat. So she will pin. So in Telegram, right, our pin chats is like 30, 40.
Okay.
Because every time
Then
we
you
say
pin
we'll
for
talk
what?
in real life, we pin. So I said we joke, we said we need overseas trip to complete this. Yeah. So wait. So the thing is that as in the thing.
Okay.
We're thinking, hello.
Okay.
This is hello, you just told me this is a PG like
Sorry. Back to
Okay,
you.
So I went overseas. I surprised her overseas. I said that she was having a trip by herself. Then I said I'm going over in the last few days. And I remember this, right? I was so inexperienced that I thought that surprising her will make her happy. But the thing is that I never thought about that. The fact that she planned the entire itinerary already.
Yeah.
Okay. So then when I surprised, I said that, and this was the night before she flew, by the way.
Yeah.
Night before she was flying.
Uh-huh.
At probably at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
I told her flight was at 5,
Uh,
5, 6 o'clock. So I told her, right, then she completely like stunned.
Yeah lah.
Okay? But the thing is this, because she's such a professional, right? She's such a sweet person,
Mm.
she accommodated. She said,
Aw.
she started thinking and said, okay, Kevin, I'll extend my trip for you.
Wow.
And then she changed the flight. We problem solved and she changed the return flight to a later date.
Wow. For how long more?
3-4 days.
That's actually really generous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically I went overseas with her. Okay. And there was a lot of intimacy, but there's an equal amount of pullback.
Mhm.
She wasn't sure. So when she came back on the plane, she told me like, Kevin, I think I'm clearer. So my heart sank. My heart knew already, but my mind was denying it. So we came back. I still tried to pursue her. I remember taking her to Mamma Mia musical. I paid for front row seats.
I feel like this one is a Kevin problem already.
Yeah. No. Let me finish. Okay. so what happened was that, and during that Mamma Mia, right, it was like front row seats and everything. I brought her to a restaurant, the same restaurant that Taylor Swift went. What is it called?
I don't know
I
this.
don't know, but must be expensive.
On the way back home, she told me, like, Kevin, I think we should stop this. And I don't think we should see each other again. Yeah. She didn't say it directly, but that was the intent. That was what she was getting at.
Mm.
Yeah. I was very indignant because I put a lot of effort and time. I planned the trip and
Yes.
everything. And at that point in time, it was painful. So basically, that night, 6 November 2023,
Mm.
I came home, I cried on the floor. I begged God, I said, don't let me go back into this again. And I was thinking, I said, I need to do something drastic.
Mm.
So in 3 days, I remember 9 November, I went on Canva, I created a logo in 15 minutes, I started Radical Kindness.
Damn.
Yeah. And okay, listen, I've always wanted to start a channel on kindness, always wanted to for years, but this was the catalyst.
I see. Okay.
And the reason why I named it as such is because one of the reasons she gave me for cutting things off was that I was too impulsive. I was too radical. So I was like, screw it, I'm putting in the name.
Turning your weakness into
Into
strength.
strength, yeah.
So now I have radical perspectives, and recently, radical homes.
Many all the logos.
Please
and
check out my
all
furniture.
that.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, like, and then since Radical Kindness, I think most of our audience is very familiar with that
Yeah.
already, and so we are actually very curious, right? So Radical Kindness, you start to earn more money, I
No.
assume. No.
You
money.
just say I given 100K, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've my sponsors and most I've earned. I think in a year, I think I made about 9K.
in a year.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
the other 91k come from where?
From my pocket.
Aiyo.
Oh, so radical kindness is not like generating like.
It is
amount
generating,
of
but I just give out so much that it becomes okay. Let me clarify what was happening. There's some lessons here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So technically, I didn't give out 100k. I raised 80k to give out. I've gained about 30 to 40k.
Okay.
But here's the thing,
Yes.
my followers owe me more than 100k.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've.
So there are a lot of stories. You want to tell me? You want me to share the rabbit story? I can. That one quite funny.
Oh, this one I know about.
Yeah. So the
I've
rabbit story was
heard.
10k, but there's another guy, a foreigner, that keep borrowing money from
Yes,
me.
yes, I've seen all the Instagram
Yeah,
screenshots.
yeah,
Maybe we will paste them.
And
if
he
we
keeps
see.
harassing me. But the reason why I cannot let go of it is because there's certain reasons I want to go into lah.
Mm.
But I believe that I just believe him. I know it's naive, but don't follow my example. Basically, I'm quote unquote too nice, and people that when you loan money to somebody, you must understand that when you loan money to someone, there's a reason why they're asking you for money. There's a reason why they're asking for money, which means that they cannot pay their bills already. So what makes you think that in a short period of time they can start to pay their bills? They cannot.
They can't.
And most of the time, you may not be aware of this, but most of the time they're only telling you like a half story or 1/4 of the story.
Yeah.
They're very likely also borrowing money from other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're very likely having a gambling issue.
Yeah. Then Kevin, then I'm curious because like knowing all this in mind, then like you're giving out so much money, but what about your own like financial independence? Like,
Yeah.
do you want to? Sorry.
Yeah.
Before that, do you know what's FIRE?
Oh yeah, of course. Financial something retire early, right?
You're right. Financial
Yes.
independence, retire early. Is that something that you want as well? FIRE.
Okay, to me money is energy. Right? To me money is a social construct. It's a medium of exchange. So money is very secondary to me now. I have almost zero attachment to money at this point.
Wow. Coming from the fact that you used to be very, very obsessed with it.
I was attached, but okay, I think the reason why I detached from it is because it almost took my life.
Yeah.
So then now I'm like, screw it. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm the other extreme really. You need to follow my example. I'm the other extreme really. I just give up very free like water like that. Because I really just believe that number one, I want to keep that promise. Number two, I believe they will come back to me.
Yeah. So going back to FIRE for a second, right? One aspect of FIRE is reducing financial stress to focus on mental well-being. So do you see financial literacy like as a tool, not just for managing money, but also achieving peace of mind?
It really depends on how you want to use money for. I know there are a lot of friends I know that are well off, that are financially quote unquote retired, but they willingly put stress on themselves. Because they cannot. I mean, okay, for example, yesterday, we are filming this in December. So yesterday I met Ivy. So Ivy is the founder of 50 Feet, right? You know?
50 Feet, yeah.
50 Feet,
yeah.
So she's the founder of 50 Feet.
Yes.
So she went through a very dark past, drugs, prison, everything. She started a business. In 3-4 years, she expanded to 5 outlets. She's a mom of 3.
Ooh.
Okay? She's a mom of 3 and business does 7 figures in revenue also. So I met her. And now she technically is really retired already, financially retired. But she willingly puts herself, works hard every single hour. Yeah, because that's what we do. We cannot stop working. This is like we're compelled to it.
Too much passion.
I think there's some people that
Much
will obviously they want to have money because they want to be financially independent and retire.
Yeah.
But honestly, like the people that I know that are there, they don't stop.
Is it because you are doing what you love? That's why
Yeah,
you don't want to stop? Or
It's part of it. It's like a purpose is lifelong, you see. Like a
purpose.
cause is not a goal. A cause cannot be achieved in your lifetime.
No, but
Yeah.
and that's true, right? Because there are conversations about this, about how, some people after pursuing FIRE, there are 2 types of people, right? There are those who then do more things that they enjoy.
after they retire,
Maybe like becoming a barista, or
starting
they-
their own charity.
yeah.
own charity,
going
volunteer
back,
more.
Yeah.
And there's also a group where they just completely lose their sense of purpose, or even friendships, right? Because
They feel very lost.
everybody else is still working, but they're not. So they're the only one at home and all. Yeah. So do you ever envision yourself retiring early? Never.
You just love
You
to
must
work.
understand, my mind never turns off. From the time I wake up, right, the only time it turns off is 5 minutes before, when I just suddenly feel a sense of tiredness,
Yeah.
and then I have to go and sleep.
Mm-mm.
So it's not the best, but my mind, I'm trying to redo my sleeping habits and everything, but my mind just never turns off. I'm always thinking about ideas. I'm always thinking about how to help people. I'm always thinking about money. Not money in the material sense, but like how do I make more so I can give it more.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, and just to wrap things up really quick, because we understand that you're such a busy guy as well, you
Yeah.
have things to do, right? If someone has been putting this podcast on background, like they're eating lunch or something, or cleaning up their room, what's one thing you want them to take away from your experiences and lessons?
I think money, you have to treat it like a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
We're back to love.
Yeah, it is like you need to have a relationship with money, and you have to take it very seriously,
Yeah.
because your relationship with money reflects a lot about your character, a lot about your personality, about your traumas, about your aspirations.
Yes.
And if you start to understand and think deeper, how is money made? How is it taken? Why does it flow? And discuss and ask yourself, how do you feel towards rich people? How do you feel towards broke people? And you will start to understand your relationship and your beliefs around money. And then you can start to transform it to the outcome that you want.
Wow. Well, I just want to end today's episodes by saying that this whole conversation has been like a emotional roller coaster for me. I think we have right at the start we see your success, we're very happy, and then
you talk about your losses as well. Yes, and even about your love life. So it's like there's so many things that go behind your initiatives and whatnot. And thank you so much for sharing all that.
How many
with us
guests do you
today.
have in total?
We have, including yourself, we have 3.
3.
Okay, you won't get a better guess really. Oh, sorry.
Okay, and for our listeners also, we hope that Kevin's story today has inspired you to start thinking about your own finances and which direction would you like to head in.
And with that, thank you everyone for joining us on FIREside Chat today.
Yes, thank you for joining us on Spotify or YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at playingwithfire.sg. And check out our website at www.playingwithfiresg.com for more tips. Yeah, Kevin, anything? Do you want to plug anything?
I would like to plug my love and my appreciation, not in a romantic sense.
The love just gets us.
That story.
But you can buy my book if you want. I think it's worth it. Like if you value personal development, you want to make money, you want a better relationship with yourself, go check out the synopsis in my bio. Yeah, it's in my my website, in my Instagram.
Check out Kevin's website. Yeah. We have a website too. Check out our website.
And thank you. See you by the fireside. Bye.